We're back with another episode.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Face Off at Fleming and Fowler. It's your girl Fleming here.
And Fowler there.
You're weird.
You know what I mean?
All right. So how was your week this past week?
I was off on Friday, so it was great.
Yes, you left me by myself at work, you freaking loser.
I did. I needed it. It was some me time. No, my friend had a birthday, so it was good. We went to the pool. There was a DJ. We had drinks and
Cool
fruit
beans.
and chips and salsa. We went to dinner. It was expensive, but it was worth it.
Okay, cool beans.
So I'm living on a prayer. I did work today, which sucked.
Yeah.
You did too.
Yeah, I was right there with you. I mean, it doesn't suck in retrospect because we're getting paid time.
We were getting paid time and a half with the differential, true or false.
Well, I don't know if we should tell people that, but yes, definitely. It was a benefit.
I got paid to be at work, which is different from all the other days.
Pretty much.
I show up.
Pretty much, yeah. It's pretty insane. But yeah, I'm just glad that I was able to go. We didn't have to go to work all day. We were able to just do.
If I could work half day, my life would be so much better.
Yeah, definitely. If I could just work, like, my ideal schedule would be just like Tuesday through Thursday from like 7 to 11.
Yeah, 100%. If I could work like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 to 12.
Yeah.
I'd be there.
Yeah, it's just, pretty awesome,
Yeah, and get paid the same.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I'll be paid full time for part-time work.
Listen, we're not taking no pay cuts around here. That's what we're not doing. That's not what we're doing.
How was your week? Anything crazy?
My week was pretty cool. It was pretty lax. It was very depressing to a degree. My student, it was her last day.
Do you have to do work on your own now?
Yes.
Oh, God.
And like as a clinical instructor, it's not really easy, honestly. It really is not. Like, to have to do your own work and carry your walker and to do your own evals, that's not easy.
Because I've been doing every day.
I mean, well, you're supposed to. You're a new grad, so I'm an old head, so I already know what I'm doing. But it was cool. I mean, she was a great student. I was able to finish her midterm, so that was great. But yeah, I mean, that was just sad. Then I had to work the weekend, so I was like, I was not mentally prepared to go in these patients' rooms and be like, "Hi, my name is Monica from physical therapy. Do you live by yourself?" Like, it was just annoying. But other than that, it was okay.
We say the same, like, probably 200 words.
Yeah.
Every day, multiple times a day.
Yeah.
It
becomes very monotonous. It
ain't
fast.
it for me. Yeah.
No. Yeah. And
I have to find ways to spice it up myself.
Yeah, I mean, this is why we tell patients, like, hey, all right, well, we're going out in the hallway. Let me close your gown so you won't give away free peep shows just in case. Not unless you just want to, But yeah, other than that, was cool.
I'm making jokes for an audience of one at this point.
Exactly. And most of the times the patients are like, I'm in pain here. My chest just got cracked open, you bastard. Shut the fuck up.
We're like, haha, but listen to this joke.
Very true. Because our jokes are kind of funny. Well, kind of, whatever. Anyway. So yeah, my day was, my week was pretty cool. So yeah, to say the least. All right, you ready to go ahead and get on into it?
Yes. First things first, I know you're wondering why I'm wearing this God's Eye necklace now. I'll tell you why.
Noticed you had that on, but okay, yes.
Because...
So, Alyssa, why are you wearing that God's Eye or that necklace with something in the middle?
Okay, it's God's Eye.
God's Eye? God's Eye is on the sparrow. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
His eyes on the sparrow.
You know how things end up on your For You page on TikTok?
Yeah.
And it'll be like, if this video is on your For You page, it's specifically for you.
Is that Moldavite?
No. Oh my God. But you've been seeing those
get
too.
Get the fuck out of the house.
I know. No, it's not that. But this girl was like, this video is specifically for you. So I'm watching it and she was like, you have haters. You have people who are watching you and are just like counting on bad things to happen to you. And I was like, I need to fucking protect myself because
you scrolled on a random TikTok?
Because this astrologer and tarot reader on TikTok told me that people are plotting on me. So now I'm protected.
Ma'am, she probably sent out 30 of those same videos to different people.
Specifically, if this is on your For You page, this is meant for you.
And she probably said that 30 other times on 30 different videos.
People are bitter and they don't like you and what's going on in your life, and they're just watching you and wanting bad things to happen. And I was like, I don't need that.
Did she say at the very end, but make sure you follow and like?
She said, just like, and like and subscribe.
See? Yeah,
go ahead and share this video.
No, you can't trust that. She's trying to drag you into the sea of degradation. Don't let her do it.
This will single-handedly benefit and increase my likes. So.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, so God's eye is on the sparrow and he's watching over Fowler.
Amen, amen.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. All right, we ready to get into it now?
Yeah, we can talk to
All right, so everybody's wondering, of course, we got to talk about it. We got to discuss it.
My girl, your girl.
Shakira Richardson. Oh, my gosh.
Yo.
I I am just very irritated at this whole situation. I think people are saying, oh, well, so for those that don't know, Shakira Richardson is a young lady who went to LSU, who's a sprinter, who is basically kind of like
the
America's new sweetheart
in the world.
Yeah, she's amazing. She just lost her mother the week before the Olympic trials, and everybody was like rooting for her to go to Tokyo.
We were all rooting for you.
Exactly. So unfortunately, her mother passed away a week before the Olympic trials. And she found out about her mom's death from a random ass reporter.
Dude, I saw that too. What happened? Do you know what happened to her mom?
I'm not sure.
Like why a reporter would say it?
I have no clue. I don't. It seems to be. I don't want to be in her business and whatnot. But I don't know if there's a situation where her and her mom had a tumultuous relationship or something, or maybe they just didn't have contact. I'm not really sure. I don't really think they've released any details about her and her mother's relationship. But I do know that. Her mom did die, and she was notified about it from a random ass reporter. And I think, she did admit that she utilized a substance. She didn't say whether it was smoking it or gummies or whatever. She just said she did ingest something that had THC in it. She knew that it had THC, and that. But I think too, it's unfortunate that this is her first time doing this. Not only that, or going to the Olympics rather, but not only that, but the fact that you don't get to tell people how they choose to grieve. And this girl, like, I don't care if her and her mom had a bad relationship or a good relationship. Losing a parent is shitty. Like, I lost my dad 6 years ago, and that was
smoke weed?
No, I didn't, but I became very angry. Like extremely angry, because I felt like it was so much unfinished business between him and I. And my thing is, I grew up with my dad in the home. Like me and my dad he wasn't close to nobody, honestly, but as close as we could get, my dad and I were. And, people call me, Joe Jr. Like I look just like him. Mm-hmm. And so we had an amazing relationship. Obviously, I wanted more out of our relationship. And my dad was from the silent generation. Like he was born in the early 40s, 1940s. So, there's just certain things that he's just not going to do as a man, and certain things that he's not going to do because he grew up in that generation. But, losing a parent, when you're a part of that club fucking sucks.
But also losing a parent a week before the biggest event in your life.
Exactly. Because what if it would have been, well, me and my mom are so close, she's always wanted this dream for me, oh my God, now she's gone. Or, you know what, this person, she didn't raise me, and I wanted to be able to show her who I was, and now she died. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it could be either or, it could go either way. But I just think you don't get to choose how people choose to grieve, or you don't get to judge how people choose to grieve when they lose a parent. That's fucking traumatic.
I have questions.
With regard to?
They are as following. What kind of drug test was this? Were we spitting? Were we peeing? Or did we pull a pube? You know what I mean? I don't know how far we went back.
I think Olympics is urine.
Right?
I want to say it's urine.
Okay, so my second question then is, if it was edibles, I just don't think she has enough body fat on her for that shit to have stayed in her body that long. This must have been a crazy test. Like, it must have detected a little bit of weed.
Well, the tests are very specific with regard to the Olympics, because there are so many different things that could throw the test off. So they've been developing these different drug tests for years. Even if you eat anything with poppy seed, it will make your breathalyzer test come back positive, even just on a random routine traffic stop.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just think it wasn't steroids. It's not performance enhancing. It's honestly detrimental to performance at some point. And if you smoke enough,
she should just get an automatic trip and a gold medal because she did weed, or she ingested weed, and she still was able to whoop all these women.
But how are they? I get it. What did Joe Biden say? Rules are rules.
Fuck you, Joe Biden. Okay, because rules are rules, motherfucker. You still ain't paying for our student loans.
Joe Biden. How are they?
You're a politician. You never followed the rules. This is exactly why you've been successful, because you've broken every fucking rule.
Mm-hmm. How are they going to do that if it's legal where she did it?
Well, because it's the world stage. It's the Olympics. So it's their decision and their
but this rules. Is the only country where weed's not legal.
That's what Mexico just made their legalized marijuana, and basically said that they won't criminalize it. That they're decriminalizing, marijuana use. But I'm just like, countries are slowly but surely, being a little bit more liberal. And my thing is, what if she would have used it and her coach gave it to her and they all didn't know that it was THC? Mm-hmm.
They thought it was CBD and it had a little bit of THC in it.
Exactly.
That'd be kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I know that these are the rules and that they have to stick to it, because there could have been a bunch of other people who didn't even make it this far because they tested positive. But the rules are stupid.
They're dumb.
And we should redo them.
They're dumb.
Says me, Thank you.
Yes, it's stupid. And Michael Phelps was fucking smoking weed for forever while he was swimming, and he still got all his goddamn medals.
Well, what else are you supposed to do? Like, you can't drink because you're a fucking athlete.
Right.
You know, like, you got to smoke the weed.
But I think also, too, this is her first Olympic Games. Not only is it her first Olympic Games, that comes with a lot of pressure. And her just being able to just calm her nerves. I'm sorry, melatonin is not going to do it. It's just...
Ashwagandha, not that, man.
No. I mean, you could eat the whole bottle, take the whole thing. It's not going to do the same thing that... First of all, why are we, again, demonizing something that comes from the earth? Jesus made the weed. Jesus made the weed, okay? Like Cat Williams said in his special, if you just so happen to light the little grass up, I'm just saying.
Well, I think Nike said, that's my man and I'm going to stand beside him.
Listen, I love Nike. I was pissed at y'all last week because what y'all did to Allison Felix. However, you redeemed yourself by sticking with Shakira Richardson.
Jesus Christ the Redeemer.
That's right.
I feel like this may spark something at the very least.
Yeah. I hope it does, because I don't think that that's a valid reason to suspend someone, because again, weed is not performance enhancing.
Also, do they do drug tests like every event then? I'm assuming, because she made it this far.
I think they do it like once you before the trials, and then when you guys are getting ready to go
basically,
to Tokyo.
When can you smoke weed if you're in the Olympics? Like when's your green light? Oh,
once you finish, probably.
Damn, that's a long time.
After you've gotten your medal and get off the stage, pass.
I feel like for people who like to smoke weed, that's a long time to not smoke weed.
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely, it definitely is. I mean, I just it's unfortunate because I'm just like, damn, that girl can't win for losing. Like, here we go again, moving the goalposts. And yes, people can say, oh, well, she knew what she was doing and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't like this girl just went out and was like, fuck the Olympics, I'm going to go and just smoke a shit ton of weed. Her fucking mother died, y'all. Like, damn.
But you know, they couldn't be like, oh, okay, well, in that case.
They could have. There's some they could have,
but you know, they fucked over all these other people for doing the same shit, so they couldn't let
They didn't do that to Michael Phelps.
That's different. It's Michael Phelps.
Exactly. He's white.
Swimming makes way more money in the Olympics than track and field.
It's ridiculous. Fucking, they're racist. Anyway, on the backs of racism, Olympics, Tokyo Olympics. Did you see that they banned these Afro caps? And they literally said that Afro caps,
like they look like
for swimming. So there was this company that created these swimming caps for African American women or for women of color who have afros, who have a lot of natural hair. And the cap was approved here in the United States. Well, Tokyo was just like, hey, or not Tokyo, I'm sorry. The Olympics said, we are banning these swimming caps because they don't add any extra for whatever to it, and there's really no purpose of you having these caps, so you just got to wear the regular regulated caps
that I can't fit my fucking beautiful ass crown in.
Exactly.
The Crown Act, look it up. Sign the petition, everyone.
I'm just like, y'all love trying to fuck over black people. I don't even give a shit. People try to say, well, it's not about race. Who the only people with fucking natural ass hair with afros, bitch? And black people.
Dude, I've never thought about trying to fit an afro into a swim cap, but what the fuck? That should be an Olympic sport. That's the sport.
Do you remember that one TikTok? I'll put it up on the screen, but did you see that one TikTok with that one doctor? She was a surgeon and she had this huge ass afro and it was her natural hair. She put 2 surgical caps on one side of each puff, and I was like, nah, ma'am, you could have just twisted that down, but whatever. But her trying to put, I think she had to put like 2 or 3 surgical caps on it just to be able to fit it. But I'm just like, ma'am,
things are not made for us.
They're not. And this is why you have people wearing bonnets in the street. I don't condone it.
Do you know why I started straightening my hair so much during COVID? Because it was easier, but because the fucking N95 elastic from the mask would get caught in my curls, and I was like, oh, it hurts so bad. That's
why I wear surgical caps at work, because when I have to wear when I did have to wear the N95, I was like, there's no way you're gonna tear up my hair like that, and I will put my silk little scarf up underneath my surgical cap and to protect my hair. And I'm blocking too. No,
that's why every time I walk into a patient's room and I see all their little hairs on that cotton pillow, I say,
it's disgusting.
Wouldn't be me. My first thing, if I'm in the ICU, put some fucking silk or satin up under my head.
Seriously, because I don't want my hair to get matted. Well, I don't really think. Well, I mean, black people hair can get matted, but we can comb it out real easy, much easier than those others.
That's whites. Well, I have white hair, ma'am.
You have black hair.
I have black white hair. It tangles like white hair.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Well, you're like when you sweat, your edges like curl up like black people.
Yeah. No, I do have black hair for sure, but it's like the whitest version of black hair.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, even off the backs of athletes, did you hear that the NCAA has now ruled that college athletes can now get paid and get endorsements?
Okay, here's what the fuck I have to say about that.
Oh, shit. That's not the one. Hold on. I got to change this. Hold on. Oh, man, I can't change it once we're in there. Damn it.
No.
Yeah, I can't change it once I'm in there. I don't think. Yeah, I can't change it once we start recording. Yeah, let's do that.
Here's what the fuck I have to say about that. A, they've been doing that forever. All these college kids have been getting shit, as they fucking should. B, I just have a lot of thoughts, but it's mostly because
I have a lot of thoughts.
When I was in college, there was the athlete parking garage.
Yeah.
And you know how it was the big thing.
Hey, what school did you go to again?
University of Texas, baby, hook 'em horns.
What was your colors? Orange and white?
The school was white. Oh.
Not the people, the colors of the school.
The athletes were black, the school was white, and our colors are burnt orange and white.
Oh, so y'all are those people. Okay,
we are the burnt orange people.
Gotcha.
We are one of the only college programs that's athletics are fully funded only by athletics.
And y'all had a garage, a parking garage?
Yeah, motherfucker. Listen to this
sucks
shit.
Going to a black school sometimes.
Yeah. That school makes so much money, that football program. But there was this athlete garage, like a parking garage where the athletes all fucking were. And you'd walk in and it looked like a used car parking lot. It was just like F-150s that were like 1 or 2 years old, Camaros that were like 1 or 2 years old. And I was like, these motherfucking people are all getting all this shit, as they fucking should.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm just like, why are we trying to pretend like it's not fucking happening?
Right.
But you're gonna sell. I mean, that the whole college athletic program funds itself. They don't pull money from our tuition, right?
Yeah.
So y'all are making a fuck ton of money off of all these fucking kids who then are getting like, you know, $100 a week maybe, or like $50, something crazy.
But even like the boosters at, you know, I know a lot of colleges have like booster clubs for the alumni. A lot of these alumni I would say for PWIs give back to their schools tremendously. I think black schools give back too, but not in the degree that, you know, PWI alumni give back. And I mean, it's apparent even just with how the fact that was it Nike? I think Nike and LeBron James partnered with Florida A&M University, and that was one of the first big not endorsements, but partnerships that they've done with a major corporation like that. But I mean, some of these PWI schools have been doing that crap, and I mean these kids sell out stadiums. Not only that, you're talking about concession stands. You're talking about all you're gonna give me is a raggedy ass degree that ain't gonna do shit for me anyway.
The majority of these people are black.
Yeah, exactly.
And sports was the only fucking way that they were gonna make it out,
and you gonna
or make it to college.
Liberal arts, like,
and a lot of them still they make like $50 a week, and a lot of them still send that money back to their parents.
Absolutely.
Did you see that fucking interview with Johnny Manziel about what he was doing in college?
No.
He was like, he was like, I was fucking broke in college. I had nothing, and all of these people are making so much money. And he said he would go to like Miami or Vegas or something, and random guys would be like, if you sign these 500 things, I'll give you $5,000.
Wow.
And he'd be like, fuck yes.
Yeah, I remember one time, this guy, my ex or whatever, anyway, one of my exes, anyway, back in the day,
get it?
I remember he called me one day. He was like, yo, you know, I'm playing football and everything, and I'm just broke, motherfucker. Like, you got like $20 I can have? Bitch, your mom and dad is still alive. You better not ever ask me for no money. First of all, I was raised by a man, okay, who was a provider. I don't give men money. That's a whole nother talk show, but I don't do that.
Soldier.
Listen, you ain't gonna get no dollar from me. First of all, I'm broke anyway in college, but I'm definitely not gonna send you nothing. No, not with your parents still alive and well. Oh no.
It's insane. I watched The Blind Side. All right, I know people can get money for playing and doing some shit.
I hate you. I absolutely hate you.
Yeah, I think it's fucked up. What I want to know is when they're gonna give Reggie Bush back his fucking Heisman.
Seriously, these kids come from nothing.
Nothing, and all they know to do is I gotta play my heart out and I'm gonna make it one day.
Yeah.
But until then, these fucking white people are gonna make millions of dollars selling my jersey and selling access to me.
Yep.
And they're gonna say, oh, we're giving you a college degree. That's what fucked up Vince Young so bad.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, because even the amount of pressure is like this professional amount of pressure that's on you, and all you get is a bachelor's degree in liberal arts or criminal justice. What the fuck? And then the statistics with regard to the success rate of college athletes getting into professional football is slim to none. And then you're just like, so I did all of this and all I got was a dumbass degree that I can't do shit with because you were letting me skip classes anyway. So even though I got this degree, I still can't do shit with it.
And it's more fucked up for football because I feel like you're on a clock, you're on a timer because it's your body. You know?
Definitely.
You only have so long. With basketball, it's a little different.
Right. But football, you're sacrificing
they're not even,
everything.
remember they would let you go straight to the NBA. You can't even do that anymore.
Yeah, no. So these kids, I think that there should be some type of, first of all, you got to give reparations to black people, number one. Okay. Then number two on the list, definitely college athletes, girls and boys. Don't try that bullshit with just the boys now or the men. Do the women too.
College women their money. Let's make everyone take like a finance class.
Yeah,
make them all financially smart.
Why would we do that? That's too much like common sense.
I know. I think about LeBron James going straight to the NBA and having that much money at that age. I'm like, how is he not destitute, crazy on the street?
Because he had Savannah.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, strong black woman.
That's right. And his mama a little touched. I'm just saying. From what I've seen, she a little touched. Ain't trying to talk about your mama, but your mama got a touch. Just saying. She a little touch.
I'm not doing this with you today. I'm not doing this with you today.
He had Savannah. And she was just like, hey, here's what we're not going to do. That.
So I want babies and they need a home. Or
not only that, you got to break the stereotype, okay? Yeah. Shaq went out here and spent all his money. You know, Kobe Bryant. I think Kobe Bryant had a pretty solid mind when he, first came out. Carmelo Anthony, I think he did the same thing. Even Dwayne Wade, I think he was pretty solid, especially because his mom. And I think the backgrounds that they come from. A lot of times, these kids that come from these very tumultuous backgrounds, they don't want to repeat the same cycles. And so sometimes you get, those diamonds in the rough that are just like, nah, I gotta be a little bit more smart about it. So
I cannot imagine. I wonder what the statistics are about how much money is made.
Oh, for college athletes? Yeah. Millions.
It's got to be, dude.
You got
the jerseys, the games itself.
They're selling people's
UT has its own fucking network specifically for sports, and you can only watch those games on that network.
Sponsorships for ads and commercials. Yeah, it's insane. Those kids those men and women should definitely be paid and given some reparations on that, because that's ridiculous. That's definitely ridiculous. Okay, off of that. So we're done with dealing with sports. Okay, so we got to talk about it. Bill Cosby is out of prison. Or if yay.
I don't think we need to clap for that.
I mean,
it's a neutral statement. Bill Cosby's out of prison, period.
Yeah. Bill Cosby's out of prison, and
Bill Cosby served time for crimes, period. Bill Cosby's not out of prison, period.
Very true.
Off of a technicality, period.
But see, it wasn't even a technicality. You got, okay, Joe Biden, rules, motherfucker. If y'all asses would follow the rules, Bill Cosby ass would still be in fucking jail. But guess what? You didn't follow the rules, goddammit. So apparently there was the technicality that happened was the young lady who, I'm just only saying alleged for the podcast. Obviously he was convicted of a particular crime, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying alleged for our podcast purposes.
Date rape.
I'm alleged. Anyway, so what happened was she apparently, and this has been coming out in the news, that apparently this document from 2004, that she got a settlement from Bill Cosby in the amount of $4 million allegedly. And in the settlement, it said, I will give you this money, because he did admit to giving her Benadryl or whatever, a substance, right?
Also, how much, no, I know, no, we're not going to get into it.
How much Benadryl do you have to?
I'm trying to think how much Benadryl I would need to take to be
Benadryl doesn't make me loopy though. Benadryl doesn't make me drowsy at all.
It makes me drowsy to a point, but I can fight through. I also took a lot of Benadryl in 2012 era.
Man, you got hit by a car and survived. So true. I don't really.
I'm just know. Like he would have to like it would have to be that whole children's freaking bottle of Benadryl that I'd be anyway.
It was probably Benadryl.
I'm not here to judge. I just I'm asking questions.
Yeah. So he basically had a $4 million settlement with this young lady, and one of the stipulations was that, hey bitch, I'm giving you this money, but you cannot now prosecute me for this particular issue.
Because it's settled. That's what settlement means.
Exactly. But settlement could mean I can come back and sue you if you don't put that in your settlement. But he did. And apparently 12 days before...
Sorry,
that was loud. 12 days before the statute of limitations was up on that particular issue, that's when she kept coming out and was like, oh no, I want the money, bitch, and the conviction. And I'm like, again, it's just like, again, Cleo from Set It Off. You got to back off. You got one or the other. I mean,
you can either get justice or you get your money and ride off into the night.
Most times you're not going to get both.
You are not going to get both.
You're not going to get both, but especially not when money is involved. But yeah. So anyway, apparently a lower court was the one who overlooked this deal that he had with this prosecutor and that he had from this settlement. I don't even understand how he even got the conviction. If that was still there, like what were his lawyers doing? I know he had a big issue with his lawyers kind of going back and forth of representing him, and then he had to find different people and all that kind of stuff. But I don't understand how they missed that step. Like that was a bit weird for me. But
I have questions.
Yeah.
One, was he in prison, or was he in Club Fed?
I want to say he was in prison.
I know it was like 2 years, right? He was in prison.
Yeah, I want to say he was in prison.
Question number two.
Because I don't think it was a federal offense that he did the sexual assault.
Okay. How was Bill Cosby treated in prison? I need to know.
I'm quite sure very well.
He had to be,
He's
right?
83. What the fuck are you going to do to him?
Like I know that there's more than black men in prison.
Are there? If y'all, okay, pause. If y'all hear that popping, we are recording on 4th of July. So that's why you hear popping. So we tried to record earlier, but my neighbors clearly want to go ham right now. Anyway.
Ham on the ground.
Disclaimer.
My nose. Okay. The Cosby Show was like a huge fucking deal.
Huge.
And I would say like it's pretty much like a foundation in a black household.
Yes.
Like everybody fucking watched the Cosby Show.
Absolutely.
Everyone grew up watching it. Cliff Huxtable was your dad. Yeah. All of that shit. So I'm just thinking he's in fucking prison. I'm sure everyone was just like, that's my fucking dad, Bill Cosby.
Pretty much.
You know?
I mean, if I were in prison with Bill, if
I were in prison with Bill Cosby,
I would not be in prison. So even if I worked at a prison, right? At one point, I worked at a prison for a year.
Did you know any famous people?
No, but I did see a lot of my high school classmates in there.
Shut the fuck
dead
up.
Dead serious. I really did.
I would literally think I was. And I would be the main character in that prison.
I would get their intake chart and I'm like, I see what you're doing after high school. But anyway, who are me to judge?
That is literally my dream
definitely
situation.
Could have been me. But yeah, if I were to see Bill Cosby in a prison, I would, first of all, I treated the prisoners as a person. You are a human being. We are all literally one decision away from going to prison. We just are.
Especially if you flirt with me in a prison.
Okay, awesome. You would be fired then because you would probably be caught with one of the prisoners.
I would not do that. It's all fun and games till someone gets you.
Okay.
Till you got.
You'd be like, oh, stop.
Stop it. You crazy, sir. So, get back in line. I got to shut the door.
I hate you so much.
Give me your hot Cheetos. I'm hungry.
But honestly, I would still treat him as Heathcliff Huxtable. I'm sorry.
You can't not.
You can't not.
You can't not.
And the thing is, I think people really have to understand, and I'll just say this for me. I'm not speaking for anybody else but me. I loved and still do love the Cosby Show. To me, I can separate Heathcliff because he's not real versus Bill Cosby. I can separate those two people because they are not one and the same.
Like Chris Brown, the domestic abuser, and Chris Brown.
He's not a domestic abuser.
It was pretty domestic.
It was a fight.
Okay.
And I'm not, and Rihanna forgave him. So I think we just need to let that go. I do
agree. If Rihanna forgives, we
need to let that go. He's not an abuser. They had an altercation. She hit him too. Her knots was just bigger than his. Okay. I'm just saying. But there is no way that you are going to ever get me to stop watching the Cosby Show or stop watching A Different World. Because again, like you said, those are staples in the African-American community. Not only was it on TV, but he was very active in the lives of African-American colleges as well. This man donated so much money. The fact that he's had all these honorary doctorate degrees from these different colleges, and then all of them, obviously for political reasons, we understand that you got to take that shit away because you don't want it, associated with your college. But all of them were coming out and say, "Oh, we're going to take away your honorary doctorate." It don't really mean shit anyway because you just came, did a speech, and you gave money. But the reality is, he didn't just talk the talk; he walked the walk as well too. He was walking another walk, but
he was walking a couple walks, as most people do.
Yes,
especially men.
Especially in Hollywood with a lot of money and power.
Hollywood. So you are team separate artist from art.
I'm team separate Heathcliff from Bill Cosby. That's the only one I'm separating.
I just think,
and I'm not negating what he was convicted of doing.
It's hard. It's hard. It's like how, I don't know, it's the same thing with J. Cole. He says all this fucking...
What happened with J. Cole?
He says all this homophobic shit, but like...
J. Cole says homophobic? No way.
J. Cole the rapper?
What did he say homophobic? I don't believe that. He's playing for Rwanda.
You know what? He's changed. He's an African basketball player
What
now.
is he?
No, he used to say homophobic shit all the time. And
no way.
People would still be listening to his records, and it's like...
Again, R. Kelly, you're not going to stop me from listening to his music.
Okay,
I'm not going to buy it.
For me, no. The R. Kelly
I'm not going to stream it. I'm not going to stream it. I still have his CDs.
Here's the thing. If you own the CD, you can play it.
Well, I can't, even if I wanted to stream it, I'm going to stream it. You ain't going to tell me what to do with my goddamn money.
I had to stop saying, I believe I could fly, and...
I know you do that every time. You're like, I have to...
I've gotten so good at it. I refuse... But yeah, it's hard.
It's hard, but I think it's even harder too for the people that know him. So like even in the news too, piggybacking off Bill Cosby, Felicia Rashad, who is was his co-star on 2 different sitcoms, the Cosby Show and Cosby, which came after that.
Cosby?
Cosby was with him and Bill Cosby, Felicia Rashad, Takia Crystal. What was the other guy's name? He played in the movie about the Jamaican bobsled team, Cool Runnings.
What did
he was like the quirky neighbor or whatever.
It's bobsled time.
Yes, and then so basically they were still a married couple, but it was like their older age and their wilds of dealing with only one daughter and then her friend, and there was like a white neighbor and all that kind of stuff. It was also like 4 or 5 seasons. It was a really good show. It was a really, really good show. But I think for Felicia Rashad, she's getting a lot of backlash because she came out and tweeted, not necessarily. Well, I will say she came out in support of Bill Cosby, saying finally, a wrong has been made right. And people took that as, oh, she's supporting the fact that he sexually assaulted somebody. And I don't think that that's what she meant. I feel like with Felicia Rashad or with anybody, we talked about this off air, where people who commit crimes have a totally separate life. Like let's say, for example, Derek Chauvin. We call him a piece of shit, a devil every single day. Not every single day, but every time his name is brought up on our podcast, right? He's a white devil, right? And but to his mother, who was in court speaking on his behalf at his conviction, saying, "This is my son. He's a loving person. He's this. He's that. He's somebody's son. He's somebody's uncle or nephew or whatever the case may be." So there is a totally different side to Derek Chauvin that we have to kind of respect to a degree. And well, I don't say we don't have to respect that. Fuck that man. But we have to understand that it exists. The same way that
as much as we hate him, there were people who probably loved him
and didn't see that side of him. Yeah. And to be honest, here's the thing that I have an issue with. It's so hypocritical because your baby daddy done sat here and killed Ray Ray in the streets, and you wearing a fucking Free Ray Ray shirt. He killed somebody, but he was just trying to provide for his family. Okay, what's the difference between him and Bill Cosby?
There's people I'm probably a piece of shit to, but there's people I'm really nice to.
Just saying.
There is a difference. There's a big difference, but you can't go. I don't know. The Felicia Rashad thing, objectively, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, you're doing all the shit at a college now. Should you keep your tweets to a minimum because you are now representing this whole fucking school and this program on all this shit, and it's a very controversial subject? Yes. Subjectively, you've known this motherfucker for years.
Yeah.
And you guys are like family, and he probably did a lot of shit for you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine these...
And you probably are just like, yeah, I'm happy. You were happy about it. So you should be able to say those things with people understanding, like, this is a very important person to me. I'm not saying what he did is right. I'm just happy he's no longer in fucking prison.
Exactly.
As we are trying to get,
I mean, I'm quite sure that their families are so intertwined. She was pregnant on the Cosby Show. So her daughter grew up on the set. I'm quite sure even his kids, I would assume that they played together at some point in time in their life. Now, Debbie Allen did the smart thing. She just shut the fuck up.
See, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm like, in the year of our Lord 2021, everyone knows at this point, you just fucking keep it quiet. You send them a text on your own. If that shit comes out later, it comes out later.
And I think too, even like with Howard University, because Felicia Rashad now is the new dean of the fine arts department at Howard University, and Howard University put out a statement real quick. Listen, bitch, we don't goddamn agree with what she said, and we will always support sexual assault survivors. Okay, don't put our name in that shit. My name Bennett. I ain't in it. Bomb. And Felicia Rashad came back and she was like, listen, I will always stand with survivors. Mm-hmm. And I think she was trying to right her wrong. But then this new, y'all fucking Gen Z people was just like, cancel her. We want her fired. First of all, how many people at Howard right now actually gonna take fine arts classes with Felicia Rashad? And I'll tell you this, Howard, as a FAMU grad, if you don't want Felicia Rashad, goddamn it, FAMU will take her ass. Thank you. And Felicia Rashad is not hurting for no money. You came after her. Let's be clear.
Syndicated money.
Thank you.
That shit was on every Nick at Night, every fucking night.
Tony Award winning money. Okay, directing, acting, the whole nine kind of money.
I wish she would just do audiobooks or something. I just want to hear her voice.
You will never get me to go against Felicia Rashad. No. Ever.
She would have to do something egregious.
No, she can kill everybody on the planet. I'm still gonna be like, that's Claire Huxtable. You will never get me to turn against her.
It.
Ever. You will never get me. The Allen sisters, oh no. They could do no wrong in my eyes, period. And now even too, she put out this tweet the other day and was like, I am not gonna undergo sexual assault like training courses. And I'm like, girl,
you didn't assault anybody.
Thank you.
That's just like
she's doing it for shit. She has to do it to appease the people online.
I know. I'm just like, if your dad or uncle or cousin went to prison, you are able to say like what you did was wrong or is deserving of this consequence, but I still love you.
Yeah.
Right? Why can't we give that to Bill Cosby?
I don't know. I really don't know, and I don't understand.
I guess because we hold him to everyone in Hollywood is held to this pedestal, right? Like,
yeah,
you have to be better than, or you're setting this example for everyone. I don't know. He's just a man with money. Man with money who fucked up things.
And the thing is, too, like people, like even what's her name, Aunt Viv, Janet Hubert, who was the original Aunt Viv, the darker skin Aunt Viv,
the better.
I just want her to shut the fuck up. I was rooting for you. Janet Hubert.
We were all rooting for you.
I was rooting for you, and you came in and you just wouldn't shut what they call the fuck up. This bitch gonna come out doing a video. Felicia Rashad, what are you doing, honey? Well, what are you doing? You need to just be quiet and da-da-da-da-da-da. Listen, we just accepted you back. Actually, we didn't. We always been rooting for you.
Because they put her ass on the fucking reunion.
Exactly. We all been rooting for her for years. But we can switch that up
real quick.
But I just think you need to keep your mouth off stuff you ain't got no business talking about. Felicia Rashad and Bill Cosby have a relationship that none of us are privy to. This woman has said on multiple occasions, her and his wife are really good friends. The fact that, again, they were on 2 syndicated shows for multiple seasons. She knows this man separately from what we know him. So we can look at him as this predator and pedophile. I mean, again, the victim who was in the situation is the one who gets to make her own opinion. But at the same time, your opinion, you also have another side too. And
you also got $4 million for your opinion.
That's very true. I mean, you can't put a price tag on, taking your innocence and privacy, but
you cannot.
There's a whole nother side of this situation that I really want to talk about, but I'm not trying to get our podcast canceled before we really get started. So I really can't say my real opinion on what I want. But, the things that happen in Hollywood, it's the same situation as with R. Kelly. And we talked about this at work. Parents who brought their children to R. Kelly knowing the rumors that they heard. Well, rumors are always true. Well, bitch, if you hear enough of them, goddamn it, you need to take them seriously, okay? Same thing with Michael Jackson. If you knew that this man was having settlements with other people's families and you kept bringing your children around here, you are to blame as the parent. Yeah. Now, obviously, in certain situations, like I would never say, well, it's your fault, but at the same time, we as adults have to take responsibility for what we do. And also too, in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, that time was very different. Like drugs were everywhere. That was like the fruit bowl. Crack cocaine was the fruit bowl. I mean, I'm not making excuses for them, but I'm just saying that that's what it is. And so many people are saying, well, we've heard he's been drugging people for years. Well, why didn't you do anything about it? Yeah. Why didn't you open your mouth? You're in Hollywood. You have a platform.
Because it wasn't happening to them.
Exactly.
Which is very hard for people. And it's easy to separate bad things happening to other people and this guy who you love and and is very well respected and him not doing anything to you.
Yeah. I just feel like
fucked up. The culture is also different now.
It's very much so. You want this lady fired for what? Because she tweeted an opinion? So you mean to tell me that people are not allowed to have opinions outside of yours? Even if, Chick-fil-A has donated money to anti-LGBTQ, allegedly, corporations and companies. Does that mean that I can't get my Polynesian sauce and my waffle fries because they don't like gay people?
Then you're an ally and a supporter.
And your Chick-fil-A fries are good, and I'm still going to eat them.
They are good. It's a product I will pay good money for.
Hello, but people get to have a fucking opinion. Mm-hmm. They get to have an opinion.
Everyone
you don't have to like it.
That's the issue.
But that doesn't mean that somebody should lose their job or that they should be canceled. That she supports this pedophile. But you don't need. First of all, she didn't even specify about that the righting of the wrong was the sexual assault situation. She was probably talking about him actually being in prison for it because it happened so long ago, and maybe she knew about the deposition back then in 2004. Who knows? But people get to have an opinion separate from you. Suck it the fuck up. This generation is so fucking sensitive. I can't stand that shit.
Yeah, you guys.
Ma'am, you're on the cusp, but you're definitely Gen Z.
I am technically a millennial. Thank you very much. Okay. Some would call me a zillennial.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't have a feeling one way or the other whether he's out of jail or not because it don't affect my paycheck.
It does not affect me.
But Felicia Rashad, y'all will not come for her. Let me just be very clear. Claire Huxtable.
Well, and that situation has nothing to do with me being able to speak up against sexual assault in my own life.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't know.
I know people who have done check fraud and have stolen people's identity.
Not on this podcast.
Not on this podcast. But I know people who have done that, and I know the reasons why they have done it. And I have been in situations where my identity has been compromised. Does that mean that I still hate that person because they did that to somebody else? I hate what you did, but I don't hate you.
We have to separate the sin from the sinner.
They just want to put it all together. Again, does Jesus forgive or not? I mean, that's all I'm saying.
We stand with victims of sexual assault.
Yes, we do. On this podcast, we stand with victims of sexual assault. Okay, bite their balls off.
Right
Let's
now.
clarify that. We probably should have said
right
it in
to
the
fucking
beginning.
stab someone in the dick if they touch
Yes,
you
you do.
inappropriately. Oh, I just think of all the times, like when someone just grabs you and you're like, don't fucking touch me. Like who the idea that you thought, the fucking audacity.
Well, even at work, we have this one particular person who always comes at me and is like,
don't fucking touch.
Don't
Why do you need to
touch me.
My biggest pet peeve is the shoulder tap, or the when you stand up, you have to fucking lean on. Get the fuck away.
I'm not
from
a
me.
touchy-feely person. Don't fucking
Neither
tap
am
me.
I.
Don't touch me. Don't do any of that shit.
If I don't like the vibe, stay the fuck away.
Yeah.
And even if I do like it, I'm gonna pretend like I don't 2 times, 3 times it will happen. But
Yeah.
still, my call.
Because the next time you hit me, I'm just gonna turn around and knock your jaw off.
Bah!
So yeah.
Anyway,
Off that note, oh Jesus Lord, that was heavy. Anyway,
line it
Heavy
up,
load.
line it up.
Meghan McCain is no longer going to be on The View. Thank you, sweet Lamb of God.
These are
Hold
my
on.
Meghan McCain questions. Is she chunky or does she just have big boobs? Thank you.
Both.
Okay. Glad we cleared that up. We can move on.
I'm just glad she's. Now, here's the thing. Did I watch The View? Yes, I watched The View when Meredith Vieira.
Do you watch The View?
No, I only watch it because patients have it on in the room.
Oh, that's true.
But not because I actually go back and watch it. Whoopi Goldberg to me is not interesting in an interview setting. I don't want to hear her opinion about a lot of things. A lot of things she says is very controversial. I love Joy Behar. She is my favorite that is on there. I loved Lisa Ling when she was on there back in the very beginning. Elizabeth Hasselbeck. They always bring, ever since they got rid of Lisa Ling, they've never replaced her with another Asian, which I think is really stupid.
What about that girl? That's not The View.
What?
Jenny Mai, what is she on?
Oh God, no! Fuck no!
She's Asian.
She's annoying as
She's
shit.
Asian.
She brings no substance to anything, not even the Jeezy life. No, absolutely not. Her voice is annoying.
But she was the one who likes to be submissive, like you.
Absolutely, submission is a good thing.
Yeah.
Don't you submit to your job every day?
Unfortunately.
Exactly.
And I try not to. I break all the rules.
It's no difference from submitting to a man. Same thing.
Big difference.
It's a vision. Get your paycheck, benefits. Anyway, so yeah, Meghan McCain, I don't know why she's leaving. I think, honestly, Joy and Whoopi probably was like, listen, it's either us, bitch, or her. And they were like, hey, bitch, you gotta go.
She's always saying some shit, dude.
She just acts like a 2-year-old. Like, even when they're having conversations and like Whoopi's trying to go to break and she's just like, well, you're cutting me off and well, I'm just acting like you. And she always has to get the last word. And I'm like, your father is rolling around in his fucking grave with your brat ass attitude. Shut the fuck up. With her little Megan Thee Stallion supposed to try to do hairdos. I'm just like, girl, you could never. Like, the way she's doing her hair now is very much like, rapper R&B kind of situation. And I'm just like, Megan, calm down.
Please hold.
Yeah,
while
she must got a black stylist
information.
because it look a mess. It looks very much so appropriated. That's all I got to say. It looks very appropriated.
Meghan McCain. Megan Trainor, Megan Fox. Megan Burwell. No. Is she with an H?
Meghan McCain. I'm gonna say she's with a GA, no H.
She's with a GH.
Okay,
Meghan.
don't worry.
Oh my God, what's wrong with her?
Yeah,
she's dressed up in drag. I don't know if I like women in drag.
How can a woman dress up in drag?
I mean, I don't know if that's appropriate, and I don't know if you should call it drag, and I don't know that I like her
There's
doing
no such. If you're a woman, you can't dress up in drag as a woman. That makes no sense. How the fuck do you dress up as drag? And no, that doesn't make any sense.
She posted a picture with Perez Hilton, Spencer, whatever the fuck his name is,
Spencer
and Heidi.
Boya.
Spencer and Heidi. What is she doing with her life?
I swear, y'all, I do not live in the hood. These are not gunshots. They are fireworks. That's all I'm saying.
Did you see that meme going around and it shows like a really nice house and
Yeah.
the quote from inside is like, were those gunshots or fireworks?
My neighbors are just. I'm just like, people. It's not even like 6 o'clock yet. Jesus. Anyway.
Insane. Anyway, moving on. I'm not gonna spend time on her. Her Instagram is the worst.
So what's going on with the Duggars?
Yo, I don't know what the show is getting canceled.
Yeah, because all the stuff that's going on with the son. And
Yeah, because he's a
parents.
freaking creepo.
aren't the parents kind of like allegedly homophobic?
I don't even think that's alleged. Like, I think it smells homophobic.
Because isn't one of the daughters one of their older daughters is not married or seeking anybody, but it's really because they said that she's gay.
Oh, I would
and she
love
can't tell
that.
her parents.
So TLC just canceled the show, and one
Yeah.
of the Duggar daughters, I think a lot of them are on the outs with the parents, but there's also like 48 of them. So how do you even fucking keep count?
Yeah, that's why they keep getting married so quick. They're like, yes, I will marry you.
And how do you even have enough J names? I don't know. But one of the daughters went on her Instagram story and was like, so I have a question for all my lawyer friends. If a show gets canceled, is the NDA like dissolved basically?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what the fuck? And she was like, it's about to get really interesting. So I'm like, I cannot wait.
They hate them goddamn
But
parents.
also, I want to know, how has the show run for so long? Like, there has to be an audience for it, right? Is it just Every Mormon Ever? Like,
me. I love that show.
do you really? I'm disgusted. You watch the Duggars?
I love the Duggars.
Why?
Because they're resourceful people.
I liked Little People Big World more than I like the Duggars.
Oh, I love Little People Big World. And I love the Little Family and all this. I love a lot of those TLC shows. I don't know why. I just do. When John and Kate +8 divorced, I stopped watching it because I was like, I can't. She's like, too much of a Karen.
She is cockatoo crazy.
She's definitely like the leader of the Karens. I can't do it. But yeah, I liked watching the Duggars until the son came out with all that fishy stuff, and they took him off. And then I like to see the journey of the daughters getting married and having kids and stuff, because they had a spinoff. The daughters, like Ginger, Joanna, Jedediah, Ginger, and all of them, they had like a spinoff with all of their kids, and Jill too was on there.
What
too.
a time it was, just like pop culture. Do you remember when that show first came out?
Yeah,
like that was like reality TV
yes,
time.
because they didn't have a TV. All their kids just played outside. I was like, you know what? We need to get back to this. But no, they got a lot of skeletons in their closet, allegedly.
Yeah.
That family, Jim Bob himself, he's weird.
Jim Bob's
weird. And then apparently they say allegedly that what's her name? Michelle is very like violent and aggressive.
Really?
And it's very like, she will yell, and so like at times like some of the cameramen and stuff will be like very shocked and surprised about her behavior, where, you know, she'll appear to be very docile and just, well, you know, the children, and as soon as the camera's cut off, get your motherfucking ass in this place. Because even Cousin Amy is like, no, y'all got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah. So. I want to hear more about that, because it's the two sisters who came out against the brother, right, as victims of sexual assault.
Yes. Which is so sad, because I'm like, I know that has to be tough as parents to have your children, first of all, one of your children sexually assaulting the other two. So it's like, how do you cope with both of them? Like, how do you comfort?
Because either way, someone's going to feel like you're not protecting them.
Exactly. Like, how do you protect the both of them? Like, it's horrible. That's a horrible place
also,
to be
how
in.
do you care for 19 kids? It's 19, right?
It's a cult.
You can't. There's no way you can split your time between 19 children.
No, that's why they keep having the older ones raise the young kids.
So shit's going to fall through the cracks.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I can't wait till some shit comes out. That seems like
Cousin Amy gonna let it go.
That's the tea.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
the tea, honey. So many J names. I wish I knew them all.
It's disgusting.
Ginger, like Jana, Jessa, Josh, Jill, Justin. Jesus.
Jesus is one of them? Wow.
Jesus.
Jesus
Duggar. Jesus Duggar.
Jennifer, Joanna, Jedediah, Jim Bob.
Did you ever watch Cheaper by the Dozen?
First of all, anybody named Jim Bob is a mass murderer. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Why the fuck would you name your kid Jim Bob?
Jim Bob?
It sounds like he's selling mattresses.
Jim Bob. Jim Bob.
Ooh,
Jim Bob, come over here right now.
Your way.
Hey, Jim Bob, come on. No, you're a mass murderer. You got skeletons.
So many.
I don't trust you. Anyway, what else has been going on in the news?
Megan Thee Stallion. Did you see all the shit about her? Also, pause first. Cardi B is pregnant again with that motherfucker's baby. I'm pissed.
I love it. Congratulations.
I thought we were leaving his text on red and his balls on blue. Becalise. I'm pissed.
Belcalis?
That's what I said. What did I say?
No, you said something else. It wasn't Belcalis though.
I'm speaking in tongues because I'm upset.
I love that she's pregnant again.
I love that she's pregnant. I don't like that it's by that motherfucker.
I think culture's going to have a really hard time adjusting to another child, because she has been the princess in their house.
Truly.
And yes, she probably is around her other siblings, but not on a daily basis. So she's going to be like, take it back.
Listen, if this was Cardi just wanting...
That was my watch, sorry.
Mm-hmm. If this was just Cardi wanting another baby, Amber Rose style, then I'm with it. If this is her and Offset trying to start a life again, I'm over it. You don't need him. We're moving on. Thank you.
Well, I mean, marriage is a great thing. If you
Are they still married?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were divorced.
They didn't divorce.
We were just there. We were on such a roll earlier in the year.
Who's we?
Cardi and I together.
Cardi B said, "This is my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him."
That's my man. I'm gonna stick beside. Lord, yeah. So she's pregnant, and then at the BET Awards, Megan went up to accept the award for WAP.
Yeah.
And didn't thank Cardi. in her defense, she was just coming off of performing.
She was just coming off the stage. She wouldn't have never done that.
But it was just a whole thing on social media.
See, they be ready to cancel Megan. Y'all was on that shit with Tory Lanez.
Here's what we're not gonna fucking do is cancel Megan Thee Stallion.
No, it was an honest mistake.
Another person who would have to do some egregious shit, and even then I'd be like, let's pause.
Who?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, well, yeah. The thing is, again, the girl could barely catch her breath. And you already over here talking about...
And then she came back later and then apologized.
She really did. Because it was an honest mistake. I mean, dang. It was an honest mistake.
Cut that part out.
Oh my God. Yo, Alyssa's over here lifting up her goddamn shirt. And we're literally filming.
I spilled on myself.
Ma'am.
How do you wipe stuff off your face?
Not lifting my shirt up on camera.
It's not the first time.
So if you want to see that clip, DM me $20. I'll send it to you.
That's at the Face Off Pod.
It'll be for Patreon.
Okay. I don't know how you feel about this or if you have any strong opinions, but Zendaya and Tom Holland, there's pictures of them kissing in a car. We're all very excited.
Can I ask an honest question?
Oh, no. You don't know who Zendaya is?
No, I absolutely know
you don't know who Tom Holland is?
I don't know who Tom Holland is.
You saw Spider-Man, right? The new Spider-Man? With that short motherfucker?
There's been so many.
Hold please.
Yeah, show me a picture. We'll post a picture on the thing for those of you who don't know who Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, not Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, if you don't know who the fuck Jake Gyllenhaal is, we're gonna have a problem.
He was the first one, right? The first Spider-Man, right?
No, that's Tobey Maguire.
Oh, never mind. Just kidding. God. I know who Jake
Gyllenhaal was in the latest Spider-Man movie.
Oh, okay,
I'll give you that.
Is he the one that? No, that's Little Ant-Man. No,
Little Ant-Man. That's Paul Rudd. Also a cutie.
No. So Tom, what you call it? Is that the one from Avengers? Yes. Okay, I do know him.
Okay.
Ooh, she's so much taller than him. Good God Almighty.
She's taller than everyone, though.
Shit,
but
man.
look at his little face.
I just want her and John David to be together.
I would love that. He's also short, though. She's taller than everybody. Yeah, he's like 5'5", maybe.
I'm sorry. They just that was just a real couple. I can't get Malcolm and Marie out of my head.
I know.
Yeah.
So when Spider-Man was first filming, there were rumors about them dating, and now there's pictures of them kissing. The whole internet is just ablaze.
Yeah.
We love them. He's so super cute and nice and funny. And she's perfect. She can do whatever she wants. Also another person I will never fucking cancel.
Zendaya?
Yeah, but she would never do anything to be canceled.
You don't know that. Don't say never say never.
I'm knocking on some wood.
Hey, ma'am. Don't do that.
Okay.
That's messing with the mics. All right.
No, love her. But the internet is super excited. She just broke up with, or not that she just broke up with, but she was last tied to that tall guy from Euphoria. Did you watch Euphoria?
No.
Did you watch The Kissing Booth?
No.
Did you? Okay. Anyway, this guy, he's
only
super
watch
tall.
apocalyptic movies and Grey's Anatomy.
So she was just with this really tall guy, Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
And I guess she realized that tall guys aren't shit. So
that's a general assumption. Wow.
It's pretty accurate.
Wow.
Here, I'll show you a picture of them. Well, he's hiding in all of them. She was just with this tall white guy. They're on Euphoria together.
Never seen him.
He's the bad guy. She's the good gal.
Never seen him.
It's not important. Anyway, she was just dating him, and he's like 6'5". Well, that's with his new girlfriend. But look how tall he is. Oh. It didn't work out. She got to be with the short guy. Oh. Short kings. We stand them over here on this channel.
Oh, not with me. You got to be a certain height and weight to be on to ride this ride. Let's be clear.
I'm just saying, short guys put in more effort. They have to.
Okay.
Lower to the ground. The altitude's weird down there. You work harder.
Okay.
That's all I got. What are you watching?
Well, I know what I'm not gonna be watching, and I'm very pissed about it.
Yo,
the cancellation of fucking Lovecraft Country.
I need to know who signed off on this shit. I'm pissed.
Misha Green, you need to get your shit together. I don't know what done happened. You gave teasers on Twitter, and like y'all was about to film, and I'm very upset because
I'm pissed. That guy was great. Just
he died or not.
Journey. That's Journey Smollett.
Jussie Smollett. I'm kidding. Yes, it's Journey.
Journey was great. That main guy, the black one, was great. Story, great. The acting, the music, the everything was A1.
Well, apparently they were talking about that the reason there's some speculation about why they think the show was actually canceled, and it was because season 2 was going to be dealing with like the what is it, like the next generation of like separating the states, like the northern states and the southern states, and just a lot of it was going to go way more deep into a lot of racial shit. And HBO was like, okay, bitches, we gave y'all one thing
this year.
We gave y'all one thing. We ain't gonna give you too much more, motherfuckers.
Truly. Is that, I wonder if that's based on a book, because the first one's a book. I wonder if that's based on a book, or they're just going off.
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, they're probably trying to lighten it up. They've had a lot of hard, heavy racial shit this last year.
Here's what I would like to see since HBO is not picking it up. What I would like to see is go on over to Tyler Perry. But Tyler Perry will never let them actually
do all the shit.
He would have to be the writer, and somewhere fucking Madea will pop up. So never mind.
And then they'll just don't take random plot holes. You don't know what the fuck.
Take it to Oprah. Just take it to Oprah.
Can they go to Hulu or something or Netflix?
They can. They should.
They should. I love, dude, that show.
Lovecraft Country. Good. You can't tell me they canceled that because of the ratings. I think me alone. God damn it.
You don't even watch on HBO, ma'am. How did you watch it?
I did watch it on HBO. I signed up for the little trial and I watched it all at once.
Good.
I binged it. That's how I did Insecure the first season. But yeah.
Speaking of HBO,
you lost it.
I know I lost it. That's ADD.
Bring it back to her remembrance. Bring
it back. Issa Rae just did ask me whatever questions you want on Instagram, and someone asked about Insecure, and she said that they're editing it right now.
Oh, when is it coming out?
Yeah, I don't know when it's coming out, but they're editing. They're in editing, so that means the season's wrapped up.
Well, we talked about that last week.
I knew they were filming, but I didn't know they were wrapped.
Yes, remember the thing that they had with her and Yvonne Orgy? They were
the party.
Crying. Yeah.
Oh, that was dumb.
That was the end of it. Yeah.
I need that to come out ASAP.
What else have you been watching?
I do, and I do not want it. I've been watching Lowkey.
I thought on Disney Plus. Is it really good? Because I just felt like that was gonna be stupid. I don't want to hear no story about him.
So here's some things. It's a good little tide you over. Did you watch WandaVision?
No.
Okay.
But I've seen clips of it though, so I'm not oblivious to
what's WandaVision is a good little like tie you over because there's no Marvel shit going. There's no Marvel movie. Mm-hmm. This is also a good tie you over because there's no Marvel movie. Mm-hmm. Oh, so is that other Captain America show?
I know what you're talking about.
Hot, whatever. Mm-hmm. I watch it with my brother, so he has a lot of information.
The Black Widow is getting ready to come out too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't pay attention enough to really enjoy that show. Like, I think it has a lot of...
What, WandaVision?
No. Lowkey.
Oh, Lowkey. It's a show and not a movie.
It's a show, and it follows, I guess, the comics, but it's a lot of information. Owen Wilson's in it. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But you have to sit there, and there's a lot going on, so you kind of have to pay attention, and I don't. I fall asleep, but
yeah,
it's pretty good.
Lowkey was not that interesting to me.
I love Lowkey. You don't like Lowkey?
No. Love him. I mean, I think he's a cool character, but I'm not invested. Like Black Widow, I will absolutely be watching that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But Lowkey, I mean, I kind of get it. You stole him. Like y'all had a war. You didn't kill the baby. You took him. You raised him as his own. End of fucking story. So then
maybe you will like the show because it gives a lot of depth to him, and like he's basically in another dimension, and there's a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah, well, he's kind of fighting against two worlds: the world that he was born into, and then the world that he was raised in.
Yeah, but this is like a bunch of other worlds and shit that's happening. There's like this overarching, like, what show does it remind?
Again, fireworks,
gunshots.
Yeah, no, I live in the suburbs. Thanks. And then of course
there's violence in the suburbs, man.
Yeah.
There's like this overarching council of people that watch the timeline, and he gets taken there, and it's I don't know. Give it a watch. See what you think.
Cool beans.
What are you watching?
If you hit your foot one more time, I'm still watching Black Summer. If you guys have not seen it, I'm trying to savor it because again, I've had to wait a whole year for this freaking show to come back on. And it's really giving me what it was supposed to have gave. So I'm very excited about that.
I'm glad for you.
And that's really, I really haven't watched much TV at all this past week. I've just been really tired, just coming home, just going straight to sleep.
As you should. It's hot.
So, it's hot in Texas,
on
man.
Friday, the phone, Siri, whatever her name is, she was like, oh yeah, it's 97, but it feels like 103.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a jump, ma'am.
It's been super hot. You know what's been interesting though? Even though it's hotter or feels hotter than it was the past few weeks, we ain't heard shit from Erica. I mean, Erica's not here in I
thought you said Erica. I was like, who the fuck is Erica?
No. ERCOT is not in San Antonio. And it may be a different branch, the place that we use or whatever. But
about turning down our electricity.
Yeah, I haven't got any more like I haven't gotten any more
they got into shape
emails.
Real quick when everyone said we're not doing what the fuck you're proposing.
Matter of fact, turn it down. And
the idea that you would want me not to fully take advantage of the electricity that I pay for to power my
You've lost
AC,
your mind.
Fuck you.
You've lost your mind.
It's Texas and it's summer.
Absolutely.
No.
You've definitely lost your mind. Yeah. Anything else you've been watching?
No.
All right, you want to head on to the Rehab Corner?
Let's walk on over to the Rehab
All right, so in the Rehab Corner, we are talking about how therapy is not just, and we're talking about PT and OT specifically.
Mostly OT, but PT too, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, how PT and OT are disciplines that love to have fun. So this past week, we had this patient who was pretty young, has an LVAD, has just been going through a lot of different issues and stuff like that. And we really feel like he's been depressed. I think he's been in the hospital over 50 days. And so
there's a point where your patient just like starts acting a little loopy and doesn't know what's going on. And you're like, fuck.
Oh, did I tell you he passed out on us on Friday?
What?
Yeah, he did. He went unresponsive. And what was crazy was
he already rolls his eyes back and does shit like
and
that.
And his wife was on face. It's nothing more horrible than you're like, oh, I want your family member to FaceTime you. No. And then you decide to go unresponsive and you got to rush your ass back to the bed.
I refuse.
So he just, his eyes just started rolling back of his head. He was unresponsive. We were like, hey. So we just moved him back. And then all of a sudden he just kind of came to. I didn't slap him.
Mind you, this man's eyes roll back all the time. Like as soon as he gets relaxed, his eyes roll back, but the lids don't close. So you just see the whites and you're like, And his wife was like, oh, he sleeps like that. So do all the kids.
Right. And so she was like, oh my God, what's going on? And I was like, oh Lord, please wake up. But I couldn't slap him because of course his wife is looking. So I was just shook him vigorously. And then he just came to and he's like, why are you staring in my face? I'm like, motherfucker, you just passed out. He was like, yeah, I don't know what just happened, but I know I wasn't here for a minute. You think?
Did his flows drop or something?
No, his flows are perfectly fine. His maps did drop to like 52.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah. So maybe we just got him up too fast. He was just orthostatic or something. Who knows? But so this same particular patient, we just wanted him to have a different scenery. And oftentimes in the ICU, when patients are there for, weeks and weeks on end, we will take them outside, of course, for some fresh air. And so this one particular day, we were like, we got permission from the physicians, from the nurse practitioners to take him outside. So my coworker, shouts out to Audrey.
How about that?
Right. Shouts out to Audrey, who is an amazing OT. She always comes with like the best creative ideas. And so we have these Nerf guns in our hospital that we use on a regular basis for patients to get out their frustration and all that kind of stuff. And so we went outside and we were shooting Nerf guns. We were basically the moving targets for him. Of course, I move super slow. So, but he still didn't hit me, which is fine.
He's a little debilitated.
No, but I'm just saying, that means I'm just that slow. Oh. So, but yeah, we did that. And we also made him like shoot basketball and all that kind of stuff. So it was really fun to be able to have that kind of moment with him. But again, going back to the heat, it was hot as hell. And he was like, hey, can you put me in the shade now? And we were like, bitch, we are in the shade.
I'm also like, sir, you have not had vitamin D in 4 months.
Seriously.
Get the fuck in the sun.
You definitely need to bake in the sun for at least 30 minutes.
Truly.
Like how those nursing homes do. They just shove Miss Johnson out there, just leave her ass out there for 4 hours. She be...
oh, you look great. Nice sun-kissed look to the skin.
Exactly. But we had to have that kind of come to Jesus with him, just like, listen, we get it. You've been in this hospital for a very long time. It's horrible. It sucks. Nobody likes being here. But, you're going to have to pull something within you because you see your patients starting to get depressed. And it's like, well, what strategies can you use? What things can you do to try to bring them, back to, So.
My issue is always... in this set, like in the ICU, people that have been there for so long, people who are super debilitated, I'm always like, it's a very fine line between me bringing you out and doing something fun and like you having this moment where you forget you're in the hospital and me reminding you how you used to do it or how you used to have fun or how you could be doing this on your own. And I'm like,
it's like you really don't know what to say. Like, there's really
it's
no
always
right
like
thing to
you're
say.
Always just like a hair from this going fucking way south.
Yeah, definitely. And then we had this one patient on Friday, the one who almost broke our backs. So we get the little special bed that basically like Frankenstein's him, and I go in the room and the nurse is there. Actually, no, this was yesterday, Saturday, and the nurse is in the room, and so I'm like, hey, sir, we're gonna tilt you, blah blah blah. I start tilting this man up, and he just goes to cussing me out. God damn it, shit, fuck, fuck, I'm gonna leave AMA, and I'm just like, you can't.
My favorite thing when people say shit like that is I'm like, okay, walk over here.
Yeah, walk and get the paper.
If you can walk out of the hospital, you can leave.
Yeah, get up on your own.
Even just walk to the wheelchair. If you can get to the wheelchair.
No.
How the fuck are you getting out of this hospital?
Exactly. So I was like, don't threaten me with a good time. Okay, we want you out of this hospital. Matter of fact, I will bring the form to you. How about that?
Oh my God.
So we had a nice little time outside baking while we were doing therapy.
He looked a lot better after that.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, he looked a lot tired and more tired after that.
Well, yeah, we definitely wore him out because like our coworker was like, all right, you're going to shoot the basketball like 5 more times. He was like, damn, bitch, I just shot it like 25 times. She's like, yeah, this is therapy. Like, even though we're outside having a good time, like this ain't leisure.
That's the fun part about therapy. You can make anything therapy.
Yeah, you have to be very creative. And I think even too with my student, like she finished up this week and I was just, on the backs of creativity, we were talking about how much she enjoyed her rotation here. And she was like, I really didn't think I was going to like acute care. I was really afraid and kind of intimidated. Yeah, but I think you have to go with the right therapist in order to have a love for it, because how many people are bringing, Nerf guns into a damn ICU? Not very many. Are you crying or you just yawn?
I yawn, but let's call it crying. I'm emotional about my patients. I'm a great therapist.
I mean, it really looks like you're about to
really?
cry real bad. God. Don't lift your shirt up again and try to wipe your eyes.
Ooh.
Please don't.
Guys, just zoom in on me. I think I could be a method actor.
Are you talking to Darren?
Yeah.
Darren
Darren
zoom in on you? Oh, okay. Interesting.
Get these tears. They're real. They're white tears.
You mean black and white tears? Half white, half black. One eye is black and black tears.
Whack.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, so yeah, being creative in the ICU, or just being creative with your patients.
And it's hard in the ICU.
Hard. It's very hard.
You got lines everywhere. You can't really bring a lot of shit in because you're not allowed to.
Right.
You got to really get creative. You don't have things to just pick up. You can't, you know what I mean?
Everything has to be wipe downable pretty much. And that's the only way that it works. And but I'm grateful for our physician staff that really do trust us to be as creative and as crazy. And they always participate too. Like we always have, one or two doctors or one or two nurse practitioners that will be like, hey, can you be the moving target? And they'll let the patient shoot them with Nerf guns, or they'll play basketball against them, or do whatever that we're, whatever crazy idea we come up with. So they've always been very flexible and very open about allowing us to do what we do. So I'm excited about that.
I was talking to one of my friends who's a PT at another hospital. And I was like, yeah, it's just, I was talking about a patient we had where we went home one day.
Yeah.
And you were like, let's not see him today. They got some bad news. And I was like, dope. We won't see him. And then the next day we came in and they had passed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's just crazy. I feel like we've had this wave of young people, but then right before that we had these older people. And like, I'll go home one day and then I show up the next day and they're gone. They're dead, whatever. And she was like, yeah, that's special for your hospital. I think you guys are working with a lot of people. She's like, yeah, at our hospital, like if they feel like they're about to die, we probably won't see them. And I was like, huh, what's that like?
Interesting. Yeah, no, we push.
We do push. You're like, hey, you look like you're on the brink of death, but you know what'll help with that?
Walking.
Get to the edge of the bed
Definitely.
at least. So let's get the fuck up. Well, I gotta get these units. So
even yesterday, I had this this moment, and I recorded a video. I just didn't post it on social media, but I saw this nurse who, we love her. She's an amazing nurse. And so, of course, nurses oftentimes do not get lunch breaks. They don't get, real breaks. Even though they can clock out, they're still on the clock and they're still doing shit. So she comes back from the cafeteria with her breakfast, right? And so I'm leaving to go grab something from our closet or whatever. And I see this particular light that's on above this patient's room, which is signifying that the patient has expired or has died. And as I'm sitting there, and she's just like getting into her food, just eating. And I see this dead body is just, eating. She really is. But literally there's a patient, just dead body, just sitting there, just chilling. And I'm just like.
Waiting for a transport to
the morgue. And I just, it took me, I was taken aback a little bit because we've seen death every day. I mean, death is not something that we don't see on a regular basis, unfortunately, in the healthcare industry. But I just really don't think people understand the mental fortitude that we as healthcare clinicians and healthcare workers have to deal with, and the way we have to pocket shit, like
just
the fact
to compartmentalize.
We do
everything about that job.
every single day, and the fact that she was able to just sit there eating her lunch or eating her breakfast, and then all of a sudden here comes the funeral director that comes by in this little black suit and just like, hey, how y'all doing? Like what's going on?
This one's a dead one.
Exactly.
All right, let's take him.
You got him. All right, we're gonna bag him up and we're gonna just go. And it was just like, I need a break from healthcare.
There will be times where some shit pops off at work. It's crazy. You go back to the office, you kind of decompress a little bit. And bitch, I'm hitting happy hour in 3 hours.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I got to get it together up here. So I'm not, and then I'll be like, haha, yeah, my patient died. So that sucked. And everyone at happy hour is like,
yeah.
Do you want to talk about it? I'm like, oh, no, definitely not. We're done. We're done with that.
No.
That was work life. This is.
Once you clock out, the stories are over. Unless it's for the podcast.
So I'm waiting for that to just build up and explode one day, but we're fine.
Yeah. Well, this is why you should go to therapy. Therapy is so important.
It's on the list. Stretch zone, therapy. A lot of things I need to do.
Yeah, you lied to our audience. You told them that you were going to go to Stretch Zone and you did not.
I called Stretch Lab and made.
Okay.
I didn't even make an appointment. I just signed up for information. I need to do it.
Oh, you signed up for a membership?
Information.
Oh, information. I thought you just said membership.
No, I'm getting there. This week I'm going to go to Stretch. All the shit with the house is stressing me out. And I do this fun thing when I'm stressed called nothing. I do not do anything.
I think that's everybody.
I dig my hole into the sand.
Yeah.
Park it right
and
there.
Just stay there.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but I'm gonna be stretched this month. You better know.
Okay. Well, we'll follow that journey.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Ooh, I already feel better. I don't even need to go. You know?
See, you see how you just talked yourself out of that in 2 seconds? Shameful. Shameful.
It's gonna be a good week. This week I'll do it.
This week, y'all pray my strength, please, because I am operating without my student for the first time in 8 weeks.
Oh my God, get over it, dude.
I'm actually off tomorrow, which will be yesterday, because our podcast comes out Monday. Tuesday, and then just be Monday.
The way
anyway,
week math works.
Yes. So y'all pray my strength, because when this episode comes out, I'm gonna be without my student, and she got me a really nice gift. She got me a
shout out to Julia.
What was the thing called? Anthropology candle.
She got you a volcano candle from Anthropology.
She did. I was like, oh my gosh, you're rich. What the heck? I haven't even bought that for myself. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, this week is gonna be a great week. But y'all pray my strength in the Lord.
That used to be my splurge candle when I was in college.
Listen, I bought all my candles from Home Goods because I'm just like, I'm not spending a whole bunch of money, and I love candles.
But sometimes the Home Goods candles don't give what they're supposed to gave.
Supposed to have gave, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're like, the smell is muted. Like, it's
but it depends on what candle you get. Because if you get DW, not from Arthur, but DW.
I loved DW.
From Arthur? Yeah.
That was my favorite show.
She's amazing.
And
she's black.
Hey,
DW is
that whole
black.
show is, you cannot tell me that Arthur was not black.
Arthur's
that show is black.
Definitely. Let us know in the comments if you think Arthur is an African-American show. It's absolutely African-American
100%.
Yeah, they just did it under the guise of like,
what a wonderful time to play. Any show that has a good theme song automatically is black to me.
I would agree.
Thank you.
I would agree. Absolutely.
Like fucking Backyardigans, Negro show.
Into the thick of it. I'm fucking sick of it.
See, I'm fucking sick of it for me. Gets me every time.
And this is what I'm saying. Gen Z, y'all are ruining the world. Because nobody was worried about no fucking Backyardigans until y'all bitch asses put that shit on TikTok. And now it's stuck in everybody's fucking head.
My mom the other day was like, why do I keep singing that song? Is it because of you and your brother? And I was like, yes.
Our patient in here going into VTech, and I'm over here into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
And a last thing from the Rehab Corner, this fucking bitch, dude. I pick up this patient. I know nothing about him. She was like, hey, do you want to see him real quick? I'll call down. We have orders. I said, cool. I go in the room and I was like, let me ask the questions, because she asked them too damn fast and we never get our time.
We always get our time.
We get our time, but it's a lot harder than when I ask the questions, because I'm like, okay.
We got to keep taking multiple laps.
So, yeah. So I'm in the middle of asking questions and his tele monitor is going off, and so Monica's been doing this job for 55 years, so I look to her because I'm like, first of all, I can't see for shit. Second of all, I'm like, I'm not about to say whether this fucking rhythm is real. Yeah. I said, hey,
because I know how to read EKGs. We learned that.
Yeah, I did not learn that, and I know if it looks fucked up, but I don't know why it looks fucked up. So his monitor, that's why I work in the ICU, because the monitor is telling me exactly what happens, and it's saying VTAC, like red screaming, and I was like, hey, is that real? She was, no, that's not real.
I was like, nah, it's not real.
Keep going. So I'm keeping going, and she just darts from the room, and I'm like, what the fuck? I literally asked him questions for like 2 more minutes, and I'm like, I asked him how he's feeling. He said he's feeling fine. And
it definitely wasn't 2 minutes. That was like 10 seconds.
It felt like 2 minutes because the monitor was still screaming at me, and I was like, I think that's fucking real. And I left the room to go get the nurse or something, and she's already out there telling the nurse practitioner. She's like, so he's in VTAC during PVCs. Did you want us to hold? And I'm like, bitch, I'm holding. I'm not getting him the fuck up.
We hadn't even touched him yet. Alyssa was just asking him about his bathroom. Like, do you have a tub shower or a walk-in shower? Beep, beep. And he blasts into VTAC, and I'm like, bitch, 1 beat, 2, 3, 4. Bitch, oh, that's real. God
that
damn
is sustained.
So I was like, no, it's not real. So I just walk out because I didn't want to freak out the patient, and then his son was in there. Yeah. So I didn't want to freak them out. So then I just walk out, and I'm like, hey, girl. Your patient's in VTAC, like for real. And she was like, is he symptomatic? I was like, no, bitch, that's why you need to come, because he's not symptomatic and he don't feel it. And so of course the other nurse comes in and she's like, what's going on? I was like, bitch, he in VTAC and it's real. And so
she goes to grab so calm. They're like, yeah, he was cardioverted this morning. I'm like, well, can someone do something? Because I don't want to stand here with this patient. I don't know what the fuck to do.
The bed rails were still up. We didn't touch him. Nothing. No. Because he was about to go. And I'm like,
the only thing I know how to do is get the nurse. And we did that. So
yeah, we did. And I just told the nurse practitioner, hey, y'all might want to go ahead and get that crash cart in there, because it's Sunday, and guess what? I'm only here for 4 hours. I'm not going to deal with it. There are some things I'm not going to deal with, and that is not one of them.
And I said, and don't ask him about whether his bathroom has a walk-in shower or a tub, because it really sets him off.
Right. The nurse is like, what did y'all do? We just asked him about his tub. I was like, technically Alyssa did it. I didn't do it. So
don't ask him about the fucking tub. I didn't pull a sheet. I didn't do shit.
I didn't move nothing.
Walked in and we'll write the fuck out.
I was standing at the sink. I wasn't even close
Maybe
to
he was
him.
getting nervous about going home.
I don't know, but whatever it was, they probably gonna shock the shit out of him later on today.
Yeah, I hate when they fucking cardiovert people.
One of the cardiologists actually let my student do it, cardiovert a patient, not cardiovert, but he explained it and just let her.
Is she
press
in
the
med
button.
school or is she in PT school?
She's in PT school.
Oof.
Mm-hmm. But the doctor was right there, so he was like, "Put your hand there, press the button." Patient was on purple ball, you know. So
so they're fine. They didn't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Some of that good stuff. The white milk.
I'm kidding. He didn't do that. That's alleged. For the podcast.
And all right. On that note.
Anyway, it's legal. He's a physician. He knows what to do.
Anyway, your shit keeps going on.
It's my watch. It's because my neighbors are doing fireworks, so it's setting off my watch, and I can't shut it up.
Well, by the time this comes out, happy belated 4th of July, everyone.
Yes, be safe.
Did you know it took like a century for 4th of July to become a national holiday?
I don't recognize this pagan holiday anyway, so I don't really care.
Okay, good to know.
Juneteenth for me, bitch. Free. Freedom. Juneteenth. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Red for the blood.
That's right. And nothing else.
Amen. God. All right, y'all go out there, spread love and light. Have a good rest of your week.
And don't pop the
don't
fireworks.
Pop that dun-dun-na.
No, don't pop the fireworks Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just
what is
let
it
go.
with the pre-4th of July pop? I don't get that.
That's
Y'all are just
Texas.
trying it out?
I think that's a Texas thing. They don't do that in Florida. First of all, you got to conserve all your pops for 4th of July. Like around the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock
Here we
time.
do the pre-4th of July pop, the post-4th of July pop. And then sometimes even like a week later, I'll hear pops.
Yeah, and I'm
like
just
they're
like,
just emptying the armory or something.
Next year. Just save them for next year. You may need them for the zombie apocalypse. Who knows? I'm just
Black
saying.
cats just fucking going off at zombies.
It's insane. All people's dogs. Get y'all dogs some. Give y'all dogs some Benadryl or Xanax, doggy Xanax or whatever you give them.
Oh, mine have doggy melatonin and doggy CBD.
Is that what you're gonna give him tonight?
Yeah, we don't fuck around with this shit.
Yeah, because he's gonna be charging off the walls tonight.
Here in our house,
we use CBD.
Oh, fuck y'all.
That's right.
All right, everybody. Bye.
Because it's labeled wrong.
I forgot.
It was labeled wrong.
Did you ever watch?
Into the thick of it?
Do I have teacher arms?
Into the thick of it?
I'm fucking sick of it.
I'm literally going to put that up on what you call it. I'm going to put it on YouTube just for you.
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.